Greetings patrons. At the request of some patrons, I'm going to show you how to place orders on Binance. This is Bitcoin USDC. That's the cryptocurrency, and these are various different. You got BUSD, USDT, BNP, and the alts and the fiats. So it's BTC by whatever fiat you got your funds in. Like I've got not much, $240 left on USDC, where I'm going to buy at the spot and then buy at limit order. You see I've got no limit orders, and on so as you can see I've got no limit orders on USDC, yeah. So how to place a spot order? Well, you just buy it at the market price. The market price is currently 51586. So you click market, and then you put in how much Bitcoin you want. So let's get 0.001. So I'm buying 0.001 BTC at the market, and the market price is 51550. So do I want to buy it at that? Let me have a look. So I'll go on to the chart. Let's click the 1 hour. Yeah. I'm buying it at the high. Alright then. For the sake of this example, I'll buy it. So I'm going to buy 0.001 at the market, which will be not much, about 70 USDC. There. Buy. I've just bought it. There, it's got filled, and it'll show up in my trade history. There. I've bought. Can you see it? Or is it visible? Yeah, it's visible. So I've just bought 0.001 BTC. There's a fee of BNP for 51 USDC, so not much. Now, how to sell? Type in 0.001, and that's how I would sell it now. Click sell, and it would sell at the market price of 51545. What did I buy it at? I don't want to make a loss. 51545. So is it 55? Okay, I'm going to sell it now. So I'll make a small profit. 51585. Yeah, let's sell it. There, I've just sold it, and I've just made an instant profit, tiny profit. So I paid 5154, and I've just got back 5159, just tiny, as an example. I was giving it as an example. If I'd held on slightly more, I would have made slightly more, but I'm just showing this as to illustrate spot buying and selling. So I hope you're following me, what I just did. Right, now limit orders. You go to the limit tab. Yeah, and that's the current price is 5157. Oh, it's gone back down now. So okay, now for the limit order, the limit tab. Now here you put in the price you want to pay. Whatever reasoning you determine. Like I would look at the chart, and depending on how desperate I am to accumulate, I would say where it could correct to. It could correct to where 49,000, could correct to 47,000. Low probability will be 44,000. Even lower probability will be 42,200, the previous low. Whilst it's gonna be difficult to get limits under this. Like you're gonna be hard pressed. It's gonna have to be a fantastic buying opportunity to get down to 39,000. So anyway, let's put it at a nearby limit, say 50. What's achievable? So you go along the highs, yeah, and then so that would obviously what's most achievable is today. The recent trading range today is like 51,103. So I'll put a limit order at that, at 51,103. That's today's trading activity. So it should trade down to that. So I'll go here again. Price 51,103. And how much? That's the price I'm willing to pay. Current price is 51,600. Now how much Bitcoin do I want? Same amount, 0.001, $51, and I click buy. Now it doesn't buy me straight away, it just places an order to buy. Yeah, limit order created, and if I go to the open tab, it should show that limit order there, and there it is. BTC. If you're wondering what the 35 is, that's the other markets. I'm not going to show you them because that's just going to confuse you more. So this is the limit order I've just placed to buy. Same amount as I've been using in this example at 51.1 cost. Yeah. So I'm buying 0.001 of a Bitcoin at 51,103. Let's leave it, and it should get filled. I'll show you when it gets filled. It should get filled because it's pretty nearby. It's only 600 points to Satoshi's away or whatever. So it's, you know, it's pretty close here. 51,103 here. So only has to dip a little bit. And then I could place the sell order. Right, how to place sell order. Alright, let's show you that then. So same amount, say 0.001. Limit order to sell, and you sell above the current price. Now where would I sell it? Alright, so you may get this bought at one and then sold again for even larger profit than I just made trading the spot. So let's look at the chart. What's achievable? Right, that is heavy resistance there, 53,300. So what's achievable? Let's make it bigger. So that is oh, it's already there. So it's already at that level. So the next level up would be below 52,000, 53,000. So let's put it here. 52,815. Okay. 52,000. Where's the tab gone? There it is. So I'm putting a limit to sell 52,000. Was it 803? Was it? 2,803. Yeah. So same amount as the previous example. Sell, and I get 52.8 USDC back. So let's place that sell limit. There. That's got now got two limit orders. One to buy at 51,103 and one to sell at 52,803. Now the key point to note that to buy you need to have some stable coin to buy against, either another crypto or a stable coin such as USDC, USDT, which I do not recommend, BUSD, and so on. It could even be sterling, GBP. So that's what you buy in. And to sell, you need to be holding the crypto you're selling, unless you're trading futures, which I don't recommend anyone do with Binance unless you want to get ripped off. And again, this is spot, like not leveraged. There's no leverage. The only fee you pay, one pays, like let's look at trade history. The only fee one pays is in executing the trade. Like here, the fee was 5 cents in USDC to sell, and whatever that BNB equivalent is to buy. And I made tiny, well, did I make more than the commission? Let me have a look. 54. I probably just covered the commission, the fee, so I didn't actually make anything. Yeah, the fee would have eats what I made, but on the limit orders I will make a lot more. Look, 51.1 to buy and 52.8 to sell. Now before I upload, I'll leave these in place and see which gets triggered. By looking at it, I think the sell's going to get triggered. 52.803. But you never know, they are wild. They might both get triggered, but it might be one after the other or one before the other. You don't know which. Anyway, that's how you place orders with Binance. Spot at the market. Spot limit, I don't use this. I don't even look at this tab, spot limit. Don't overcomplicate it. I don't lose spots and limits. Spot limit, whatever this is. Market orders immediately match to the best. I'll leave that. So market is buying it at the current price, where you just put in the amount you want to buy it and it'll see if you've got enough funds to buy it. Same with sell. And limit is where you set the price you want to buy or sell. Like here, I'm buying it 51.10. No, here the market price is 51,700, call it, and I'm gonna buy $50 worth around 51,103, and then sell 52,803, same amount, or 0.001, and we don't know which is going to get triggered first. That's the basics of placing orders on Binance. Spot orders and limit orders. My preference is always to use limit orders. I put a range of limit orders. Like here I would put, well, it depends on how much you hold. If I held no Bitcoin, like on Binance, I think I don't own much, hold much, maybe $1,000. How much do I hold with Binance? I can check anyway. If I go here to sell, maximum. Oh yeah, they take off what it is. It's more than that, because they take off, they reserve this balance. So it's just over $1,000 of Bitcoin on Binance. Another thing, if you might want, if you hold a lot of cryptos, you might want to transfer to Coinbase your Binance, your BTC to Coinbase, because that's safer. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Alright, so I forgot where I was. What was I saying? Oh yeah. If I held no crypto, where would I buy? Put the limit orders to buy now. Okay, I would put one there at 49, small amount. Another one there at 47. Another one there, small one at 5,100. So basically, you put a range of limit orders going down. Put another one there at 46,400. Another one there at 43,700. One just above the low at 42,365. One just above these lows at here. See, the point of limit orders is this: you want them to get executed. It's not like, oh, a stop order where you would put it here, where if you were trading with stops, which I do not recommend, because look, this is what happens when you trade with stops. You get the crypto exchanges stop you out. They do it deliberately. This was a deliberate move. No, it should have technically, any sell-off should have stopped here, but then you got this programmed selling to run the stops. I'm surprised they didn't go below here. Maybe, so see, the crypto exchanges know where all the stops and limits are, so they would have calculated what's the maximum profit they can make. Okay, the maximum is to just stop here, because there might be a lot of buy orders here as well that would reduce their profit, so they stop it there, the decline. And you can see this because the prices vary between exchanges. Some exchanges the low was 41,000, other 42 with Binance. See, they fine tune it for what maximizes their profit. So maybe the real sell-off was down to here, and the rest is up from say 46,000, which is believable because it's above this high, and the rest is market manipulation. Anyway, so like I said, I would put, if I had no Bitcoin, I would buy some around 50, then 49, 47, 300, then here, then just above here, then there and there. I would not put, there'd be no point putting a limit order here, because you're just going to tie up your funds. See, when you place a limit order, you tie up those funds, they're not available. So what's the point of putting one here? You know, if you want it to get executed, you put it here. 41,300. See, I had some at 42,000 which did not get triggered. Now that should have got triggered, but they altered it. See, they didn't want, they saw a lot of cluster. So see, they saw a lot of cluster of orders at 42, and they said, all right, we'll halt it before we get to 42. Do not use stop losses with crypto exchange, they'll stop you out. Just use limit orders and sell, buy and sell limits. Sell limits to make profits, to cash in your profits. Like, I wouldn't put any sell limits now, because obviously I'm looking for, well, my first probably sell would be around 98,000. I would not, all the crypto I hold, Bitcoin, there's not much with Binance. Anyway, now you know. I'll leave these on, and we'll see if they get triggered. 47,000. It's volatile. It's probably gonna move up and down. They'll probably both get triggered. They'll probably fall there, trigger, fall there, trigger. Let's just get rid of this before I accidentally press the sell button. See, you don't want to overtrade either, because there is a fee. The fee is small, it's 0.5%, which if you don't trade constantly is nothing. But if you're trying to trade like zigzag, then you're going to get eaten by the fees. I'm just accumulating cryptos. I'm virtually out of cash in Binance, having accumulated a lot. Coinbase is another one that I use. I use NiceHash again. I'm out of cash in NiceHash. Coinbase is a pain in the butt to deposit. Binance I've not deposited since June, because they made it harder to deposit. I've not even tried. Some people have tried to deposit, say the bank account's been frozen. I don't want to unfreeze my bank account. In June, it was easy, straightforward, no fee. Straight on, I got a GBP rate of 141. Converted it to, first I made the mistake, converted it to USDT. And then I soon, I did a few videos then that USDT Tether is a Ponzi scheme. So then I converted it to a mix of USDC and BUSD, which the bulk of it. The bulk of it went in BUSD, just to reduce the risk. I put some in USDC, which are, in fact, all of the Bitcoin I bought with USDC. So I had about $1,000 worth, maybe more, not much. I'm not committing. Cryptos are high risk, so you want to be not put too much of your money in crypto. Like mine, at the moment, it's probably around 0.25% is invested in crypto, so it's a tiny amount. Is it worth it? Well, you need to gain the knowledge, to be aware. If you're not aware, then it's part of the, it's a learning experience. You have to commit to learn. Like, how do you learn about AI tech stocks if you don't invest in them, if you don't investigate them, if you don't do machine learning, if you don't create neural nets, if you don't use TensorFlow, Google's TensorFlow, if you don't do any of that, then how do you know? You don't know. If you don't build computers, how do you know that Intel's processor is good? I've been building computers since the 1990s, and and I recognized something strange was going off. AMD, like maybe 3 years ago, 2017, that these AMD processors are good, and what the hell is Intel doing? They're not moving. So I didn't upgrade my Intel processor for 6 years. when I did upgrade it about a year ago, I went for AMD 5950X. So I always buy the top. When I get a new system, primary system, I always get the best, because you get what you pay for. You want reliability. You want it to last a good 5 years and offer scopes for upgrades. With Intel, you know, 5-6 years ago, I bought the top end 4790K Devil's Canyon. What is it? Devil's Canyon or something processor, overclockable, 32 gig RAM, about 10 terabytes of storage, which was a lot then. And that did me well for 5 years. And it's, you know, even though I upgraded it, it's obviously showing its age. And Intel just did not, you know, develop their processors. And I nearly went for the 3950X, but I waited it out for the 5950X, and it's worth it. The processor is a dream. Obviously, there's always a new processor. It's now a year old. Or is it? Yeah, it's over a year old now. It's been out came out in September 2020. And AMD, even though Intel's new processor, 12900K, the top end retail, is good, the only problem is AMD's next processor is going to be out within a couple of months. So if I was looking to upgrade now, what would I buy? Would I buy Intel top end, or would I wait a couple of months for AMD top end, which will be a lot faster than 5950X, what I've got in this system, and Intel's latest? See, this is why you need to. This is why I'm not bothered what the AMD stock price does. Right, it's around what, $142 now. It could fall to $100. What will I do if it does? I will buy. I will probably double my AMD position. See, you have to understand what it is you're investing in. That's the only way. That is the only way to invest properly, to understand what you're investing in. And this is why, you know, I'm spending so much time on cryptos, to understand what they're about, what they mean, and how to profit. And that's why I'm not fazed by flash crashes. You know, some parents, oh, they're shocked, oh, it's flash. For me, it's fantastic. It's a Christmas present. Even if Bitcoin fell to $20,000, what I would do, I would double the amount I've got on account and buy a load of Bitcoin and other cryptos. That's what I would do. 20,000 is my original target for Bitcoin, but it bottomed around 29 or 28,000. So it bottomed early. That phased me a little bit. You know, it took Bitcoin trading to a new all-time high to make me realize, oh, here is it. Let's go to the daily chart. It took Bitcoin rising to there to tell me I'm wrong to wait. I'm wrong. Oh, here, that was it. Yeah, took that price to tell me I'm wrong to wait. And so in late October, around here, I started accumulating. Put the limit order. I only held 12% of my target. Limit orders all the way down to here. The range down to there, 39,000. That's on BTC. You know, that's why I said I'm probably going to end up holding no Bitcoin. Because here, what's the chances that it's going to fall to here? Didn't look good. But that's the way. But there were other cryptos that were trading at half these highs, like down, probably like Ravencoin down here. In relative to this, it'd be down here, and others, many other cryptos. So I piled into them and just left the limit orders for Bitcoin, which have now been starting to be filled. And this flash crash was filled a number. So I didn't have that much left, to tell you the truth, because my focus had been on the altcoins. You know. I'm not got more than about $4,000 invested in Bitcoin right now, maximum, across all the accounts. You know, my target was probably around a lot more than that, about $12,000. So I'm not that exposed. Cryptos for me are a learning experience to keep your mind on what's developing. So it's more a learning experience. Yeah, they could, Bitcoin could double it from this high. That would be a nice profit. Anyway, that's this video. I'm getting sidetracked now, so I'll end it now, because otherwise I'm going to go rambling on forever. But now you know how to place market and limit orders with Binance. It's easy once you know how. What's the current price? 15. I'll leave them, and if they get triggered before I post, I'll add it on. This truly extensive analysis has first been made available to patrons who support my work at just $4 per month. Extensive analysis that includes cryptos that I have deemed to have a high probability of trading to many multiples of their current price, most of which still trade at deep discounts, including my price targets or where they could reach during the next crypto mania, when the millennials will be foaming out of their mouths, foaming. So do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $4 per month, $4, for immediate access to all of my analysis and trend forecasts, including learning material, and including my recent analysis on why so-called transitory inflation is likely to be permanent. So batten down those hatches for what is to come. And then there is my extensive analysis of silver, including a trend forecast into mid-2022. Also is extensive analysis on the prospects for the stock market into mid-2022, with my next analysis, soon to be published analysis, updating the buying levels for AI tech stocks, you know, Google's, Amazon's, Facebook's, and so on, AMD, TSMC. I better stop there. For instance, Intel hit its buying level of $48 last week, which is what my patrons have been patiently waiting for since Intel was trading high at $65, when I was saying, no, don't buy at 65, just buy at the buying level. That's why I've set the buying levels where they are high probability levels that they should trade down to eventually. And here we are, some X months later, $48 buy. And I did what I said I was going to do. I tripled my holding of this quantum AI tech stock, now trading at a dirt cheap P multiple of just 9. I compare that to Amazon on what, 58, with many more stocks homing in on their buying levels, such as IBM, which I bought splitting into 5 shares of IBM, and you get 1 share of Kendall. If you value them together, then the current stock price is around $132, whereas it's trading at $126. So you should have bought before the split, because you'll have a net value of $132 to $133 against the market price of around $126. So that's IBM. And don't forget Facebook. We're still buying at $384. Wait for it, $301. That's what it's homing in on. It's not got there yet. It came close, $308 last week. I nearly bought it at $312, but I didn't. But it was close. So do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $4 per month for immediate first access to all of my analysis and trend forecasts. Your mega trends ahead of the curve investing analyst with over 35 years experience. That includes being one of the few who both recognized that the stock market was about to crash in October 1987 and profited from it by shorting the Dow before it crashed. $4 per month is dirt cheap for what you're going to be getting access to, compared to the clowns on YouTube, barely out of puberty, pumping scams and such like, totally oblivious to the megatrends such as the inflation megatrend and the AI megatrend that I've been banging the drums for since 2015, when you could have picked up the likes of Microsoft for about 1/10 its current price. Then we have the war with China megatrend, which I've been drumming since what? Must be late 2016, yeah, something like that. All of these megatrends are where the trends manifest themselves, and all you're usually aware of is like the fluff on top, barely visible fluff on top. That's what most of the commentary is concerned with. You don't even, when did you last hear about the war with China megatrend? I bet you haven't. Well, you heard of AI, but you know it's a megatrend that's going to run for 20 years. And quantum computing megatrend is part of the AI megatrend. Anyway, do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $4 per month. You're not going to get any better value for money than that, as we defend ourselves, protect ourselves from the rampant money printing inflation by the central banks. Insane money printing as though it's not going to feed through into wage and price inflation. Big inflation is coming, as I've been flagging for over 6 months. It's more like a year now. That's why I was saying last year, if you're thinking of buying big ticket items, do it now before the price hikes, which have transpired. I bought a Corsair K7 for £340. Current price on Amazon is, was it $565, and similar for lots of other tech items I bought. For instance, the components in my PC that I ordered in January and got delivered in March was £3,100. Current price of the components is over £4,000. Crazy, the inflation is here, and it is accelerating regardless of what the indices say. So protect yourselves by investing in assets that are leveraged to inflation, and AI tech stocks are leveraged to inflation and are about to get discounted. So do subscribe to my YouTube channel for such analysis, and do consider becoming a patron.